What's going down, guys? So I just wanted to bring up a few points. Oh, first things first, Charlton's got a backup channel. It's called Charlton Backup. I'll try to link it down below. Michael Resniski and a few other people are trying to help him out, so that's awesome. And Wobtech is back up for a little while. He's doing some pretty crazy videos, seeing, you know, telling people how they feel. And I don't care if there's another YouTuber, you know, we're all here to help each other. So, you know, I don't have a problem. You know, some people don't like everybody, but that has no deal on me. So, Allie, can you close the door real quick? So, we have like super weird, crazy weather today. Severe weather warning. Supposed to get like a few feet of snow tonight. It's blowing like 50 miles an hour right now. But let's get to it. So, if the narrative that they're pushing, I mean, Paddock wore gloves to his own suicide. You know what I mean? So if that's what they're pushing, I don't buy that at all. Because if Paddock was such a germaphobe, like, you know, they say, go back in there for a minute, okay? Let me finish real quick. If he was such a big germaphobe and, you know, wore gloves to his own suicide, he wouldn't have, you know, a couple-day-old food on the food carts. They wouldn't have to restock, like, the mini bar, I mean, the next day. I mean, if Paddock was ordering food from, you know, housekeeping or whatever the room service, they wouldn't need to fill the mini bar the next day. So there obviously was other people up there, and if it was Paddock, it couldn't have been Paddock, because if he was such a germaphobe, I mean, he wore gloves to get the rounds from the ammo guy. He wore gloves to his own suicide. There was towels down underneath the guns. It just seems kind of like a woman's touch almost. But, you know, that's just me. If he hated smells and all that kind of stuff, he wouldn't even touch that pool hose. You know, I don't see it happening. That's just a fact. And then another thing too, if Campos really did hear what he heard and see what he saw, they wouldn't call and have Shuck go to a shooting area. Definitely not. He's like a maintenance guy. They would not call Shuck to go up there. No. Not happening. And the fit report is, you know how they say it's a preliminary report? The only reason, you know, Lombardo tried saying that we have that report because, you know, to pacify us and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's a bunch of bullshit. The only reason we have that fit report is because of the officer-involved shooting. And Officer McDonald, I think he was a sergeant, Sergeant McDonald. He's a sergeant for the fit report team. And he was there by 10:16 at night. So, how does that make any sense? It's almost like they did the shooting, you know, the officer involved, the accidental discharge, so they could have the fit team do it. I don't know, is that a possibility? And, you know, if they know so much in that fit report, how do they know what times the fuel tanks were shot? Is there video footage like D. James and, you know, JB were saying? Because that just is totally weird to me. And I believe the last two shots that you hear on that bus stop video is at the fuel tanks. So, and if that's true, the person who was trying to shoot up the fuel tanks was there the whole time of the shooting, because that was after the shooting, you know? So that was another point I wanted to bring up. And they're saying, well, those two shots from the bus stop video were from the revolver that Paddock, you know, committed suicide with. Only one round was out of that revolver. So that's not even close. So, let me check my notes here. I just wanted to make a quick video. Oh, and another thing too, the feds were in room 32, 132. right after the shooting with the lights on. You can see him walking around there. There's video of it. I tried finding it, and I did, and I lost it. I know, shoot me. But I'll try to get it and show you guys. But 132, that's where, that's right across the other side of the wall. It shares a wall with 134. So, and another thing too, the charger heading towards the door on 134 makes it seem like somebody grabbed their phone and got the hell out of there. Because, you know, I grab my cell phone charger and the leads out to the way I went. So that makes a lot of sense to me. But I just wanted to throw this out there to help D. James and JB out and help us all out, and some big points. I mean, if they're trying to push that narrative, Paddock, well, Paddock wore gloves to his own suicide, supposedly. So, hammer down, guys. Farmers for Truth. Go check out Charlton's channel. I don't think he has any videos up yet, but it's called Charlton Backup. And, yeah, guys, hammer down. Farmers for Truth. I'll catch you guys on the next one.